The Shiki Does Show is an annual VTuber ran podcast where Shiki talks football and sports. The similarities to other shows and content used are fall in line with the standards of fair use and are used in transformative nature to the point of homage and parody. View discretion is advised, but the community welcomes you.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans from all over the world, welcome to the Shiki Does Show, the home of hot takes, cold facts, and absolutely zero guarantees that we will agree with each other by the end of the episode. I am your host, Shiki Dub, baby. And today we are diving headfirst into everything happening across the sports world, from the biggest sports stories making the headlines of ESPN to the moments everybody's talking about in your group chats, at work, social media, or around the corner behind your back. Yes, behind your back. I got you covered. Whether it's football, basketball, wrestling, baseball, combat sports, betting, or whatever chaos the sports universe decides to throw us today, we are breaking down all of that information with the passion, humor, and a little bit of the reckless, lewd confidence that your boy has. So grab yourself some coffee, get you some chips, turn that volume all the way up, and let's get this thing rolling. First things first, we got to talk about the big information that happened today. The Cleveland Browns have traded Myles Garrett to the Los Angeles Rams, ladies and gentlemen. The Los Angeles Rams are back in the fuck them picks era and have decided we are still in our Super Bowl window. We control the NFC West. Sam Darnold, be prepared to see Ghost again, baby, because this is a trade that has been rumored for a while. It's been rumored that he was going to get traded this year. Last year, hey, he made that big loud post that, hey, I want to be traded. Thank you, Cleveland. Cleveland decided, hey, we're going to pay you some money. But in the back end, we were all like, we don't know how this is going to work out. Fast forward right before OTAs, ladies and gentlemen, Myles Garrett is now a Ram, which, hey, happy for him. I'm glad that it's happening. He gets to go to a franchise that is actively looking to win a Super Bowl right now. For everyone on their team, they want Matthew Stafford to get a second ring. They want Puka Nacua to get a ring. Devontae Adams to get his ring. This is a very good thing for all of Los Angeles. Now, who do I feel bad for in this trade? Truly, Jared Verse. Hey, man, you got to go to Cleveland. You got to now step up and fill big shoes. And you got to figure out what you're going to do now as a Cleveland Brown. Hey, maybe try to make a Jarvis Landry situation here. Jarvis tried to come there and set things differently, change the culture for how things were. However, things happen a little bit differently everywhere else. Now, I apologize real quickly as my tracking has decided to crash. We are doing this live in a work from home situation. However, we're going to keep things rolling as they will. My mouth may not be moving, but you can still hear me telepathically, if you will. Now, another person that I feel bad for in this way, well, we shouldn't say I feel bad for him, but Sam Darnold. You left the AFC where you would have to deal with a lot of these ferocious defensive ends. So now you have to fight Myles Garrett 2 times every season. I hope your offensive line is able to not only stop him, but be able to block him multiple times throughout the year, or you will be seeing Ghost once again all the time. But We're going to transition on from there. We're going to move on to Odell Beckham Jr. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Odell Beckham Jr. is back in New York. He has re-signed with the New York Giants. He is coming home after taking a year off, I believe, due to injuries and possibly a suspension. Memory serves straight. Editor, please put it right there if he was, suspended or not. However, Odell's back in New York. New York is going through a renaissance where, it's good to be a New York fan right now, or at least a New York fan that's coated in blue. With Odell back in there, their wide receiver room has definitely gotten a little bit better. I wonder if this is more of a, farewell ceremony versus you're actually going to be of value to the team. Odell is 33 years old, if I believe, as of right now. Is he? No, he's older than that. He's older than 33, I believe. Nope, he is 33 years old. Odell is 33 and a Scorpio. And that makes a lot of sense. He is, he'll be coming back in for his next season alpha. Tearing his, ACL in the Super Bowl, then being out. Yeah, man. He has had an up and down career. He has his ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is now, what value does he bring to the New York Football Giants? Especially now since Malik Neighbors' knee injury is also not looking as good. His knee is not healing. He's had to have another surgery. Maybe Odell can kind of bring in to help him out. But that locker room is also a little bit contentious. As we have a lot of personalities, we're not going to speak on the politics so much, but it has to be mentioned that whatever Jackson Dart sides in and believes in and who he's with did rub some people in his locker room the wrong way. To the fact where a lot of Giants fans that I know on social media did, just keep it real with you, preferred Jameis Winston's approach versus Jackson Dart's. But, hey, here's to see. Jackson Dart's got an arm. He's going to probably get that ball up to Odell deep field. You're going to get a miraculous one-handed catch from him. But I digress. Going into it, though, the New York Giants wide receiver room has also increased in number with the signing of not only Juju Smith-Schuster, but also Braxton Berrios. Braxton Berrios, former New York Jets legend himself, is now back in New York, and he is a New York Football Giant. Goods on to both of them. Juju has matured, but hey, I think he is definitely on his decline. He's gone from being a Patriot to, actually take that back. Juju went from having Big Ben to crashing out from there, becoming a Kansas City Chief, becoming a Patriot. I mean, Juju's been a journeyman receiver at this point. I expect him to be probably option 2, option 3. Braxton Berrios works the slot. Braxton's going to be getting those dirty yards, do your special teams. It cannot, everything that the Giants are doing is obviously a tell that, hey, Malik Neighbors is out and they're going to need to do some things. I digress. Here's to the Giants hopefully doing something good and not totally imploding by the end of the season. But we're going to take a quick break and take an ad from our sponsors really quick. TCG Player has made your boy an affiliate. That's right, an affiliate. If you like any type of trading cards, be it Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, sports trading cards, Magic the Gathering, please check out TCG Player and get yourself some trading cards for your collection. Scanning the QR code right here on the screen or following the link on my Twitch page. Twitch page? Twitch page. We're doing this live, ladies and gentlemen. Please go forth and get you some. A little bit of that comes to your boy. Make sure that the Shiki Does Show keeps on advancing and we make more and great things for everyone involved. That's TCG Player. Also, the Shiki Does Show is sponsored by Advanced GG. Advanced GG is your gaming supplement that you need. Don't need that hard crash, need something flavorful while you're during your gaming session, or you want to try a little bit something different while watching any of your favorite sports shows. Hey, get you some Advanced GG. Use code Shiki sent you for 10% off your next order. That's Advanced GG. Use code Shiki sent you for 10% off. Now back to our regular scheduled content. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached June. We're getting so close to the Hall of Fame game, but we have reached June. That means one thing only when it comes to the NFL. That is, mini camps are on their way. Fresh installs are coming in, and we're not talking about bundles. All NFL teams are about to get ready to gear up for a mini camp that's going to start somewhere around June the 8th through June the 11th for some. Some are going to be later around the 19th. Please go search up your favorite teams' mini camp dates so that you can watch your team get better. They're probably going to be practicing some other teams, getting ready for your 3-game preseason. Damn, I remember when preseason used to be 4 games, y'all. That was such a long time ago. But it's all looking good. Things that I'm looking at for mini camps right now, I am, as you know, as you can tell by the jersey in the back, I am a New York Football Jets fan. And I'm looking to see how Geno Smith actually slings the ball with our guys. We do still have Garrett Wilson, one of the best receivers out there. We got Breece Hall, who just got signed to his brand new contract. Adonai Mitchell. We got Omar Cooper out of Indiana. We got, unfortunately, Sadiq will not be participating in off-season workouts due to his sports hernia surgery, which, hey, the Jets said that they had scouted that out. They had did their due diligence. However, as a Jets fan, we get a little bit worried when you got to have surgery prior to the season starting. Hopefully everything works out. Other camps that I'm looking forward to, I'm looking at the Arizona Cardinals camp. I'm really wanting to see if Jacoby Brissett is going to show up since he is holding out for more money. Carson Beck is out there slinging it, reminding people of like, hey, he's got a little bit of that Aaron Rodgers in him. He's got that chip on his shoulder, trying to make some things happen. We're going to be looking at the defending Super Bowl champions. We're going to be looking at Sam Darnold after he got his ring, how they're going to look. We're definitely going to be looking at the Rams now because of Myles Garrett. But also we're going to be looking at Cleveland because we want to see Deshaun Watson. You know, he's been out of the game for almost 3 years. How he's going to work with that offense. How Shador is going to work in that offense because Cleveland's advertisements have Shador out there and not Deshaun. But Deshaun has been a proven winner. And on top of that, you still got your other quarterback who you drafted before Shador, who was supposed to be the heir apparent. Hey, Cleveland's got a job, a real fun QB job to look at that's probably going to end in a nice 7-9 season, 7-10. Boom, perfect. On top of that, who else we going to be looking around these camps? We're going to be looking at the development of the Carolina Panthers. We're definitely going to be looking at the Tennessee Titans with their brand new head coach and making sure that their quarterback is developing into something. Because last year was bad. He flamed his team. So we're going to hope young Crash Out does what he needs to do to make sure that everything is great over there. Of course, Giants camp, we're going to see how that works out. And we're also going to be interested in Miami. Everybody else, hey, it's all good, good looks. We're going to hope that certain teams, develop and get their chemistry back, make sure certain quarterbacks do not have the yips. I'm looking to you, Houston. We're looking at you, Houston. CJ, you cut your hair. Now you look like you should be selling Bibles. But let's hope that it wasn't anything else and that you can get back on track. Because if you fail this season, CJ Stroud, boy, your replacement is in the draft this year because this is a heavy QB draft coming up next year. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for the mini camps. Please, again, go find your team, look them up, make sure you're paying attention because that's all the good that you got to do. Next up, we got the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA Finals are here. We have a repeat of the 1999 NBA Finals between the Spurs and the New York Knicks. The upstart Spurs trying to get their championship for Wemby the Alien and that dominant team, along with the scruffy, the scrappy, at this point, America's favorite New York Knicks. And to be honest with you, I'm happy either way because I did not want OKC to win for reasons. I just did not want them to win. I would love it for Wemby to win. Wemby is the next heir apparent, the next star of the NBA. And right now we have plenty of young stars in that league. But also Jalen Brunson in the Knicks, Big Cat, Carl Anthony, Carl Anthony Towns, Mr. Oh my God himself. We need it. We need it. New York is healing, ladies and gentlemen. New York is healing. And imagine if you will, put your 10 foil hats on for me, ladies and gentlemen. What if the timeline heals itself with New York winning? We get prosperity. We fix the wrongs that happened almost 30 years ago. And we have the New York Knicks as NBA champions. I would love to be in New York for about 15 minutes before that thing turns into Gotham. Because if New York wins, if the Knicks win, oh boy. That's it. We don't got to worry about football season. We ain't got to worry about hockey. We ain't got to worry about football, the World Cup. Nah, New York is gone. It will be burnt to the ground. Ah, boy. All right. Last but certainly not least of the championships, though, this one's actually really near and dear to me because it's feeling like 06 again. And we ain't talking about the Alphas. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Las Vegas Golden Knights versus the Carolina Hurricanes for your Stanley Cup Finals. And why is this important? The great evil empire that is the Golden Knights, an expansion team that is not even 7 years old yet, who already has a Stanley Cup championship, is back in the finals again. I believe for the third time. I believe the third time or the second time. One of those. It's too much. Too much. Going against my beloved home state team. That's right. This VTuber has a home state team, which is the Carolina Hurricanes. Brendan Moore is coaching. He is undefeated in the cup, baby. Undefeated. He's got him one. Now he's looking for one as a coach. We are trying, the Shiki Does Show is trying to be there for the Carolina Hurricanes game at the Stanley Cup. We're working on getting tickets there. So if you see your boy wearing the merch, come on out, check us out, be a part of the show. We would love to have you there. But ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited. So excited. Not only as like a VTuber, but as a black person. That's right, I'm a black kitsune. Get it right. I'm black and I'm proud. I am so happy for my state that we get a chance at another Stanley Cup because that was such a magical time for us in 2006. That was such a great feeling. I had like as a kid, I had an Eric Stahl jersey. So it got a lot of us into hockey. But the crazy thing about it is, and this is actually something that a lot of us in this state have been talking about, is this beef between Raleigh and Charlotte. And really, it's just Charlotte. So, hi. To all my camera, can you zoom in on me? I need you to zoom in on me really quick. Charlotte. Get it together. Get it together, Charlotte. We are in the Stanley Cup Finals. I get it. You are the Queen City. You have everything. You have the Hornets. You have the Panthers. You have a minor league baseball team that isn't even the best minor league baseball team in the state. Probably not even the third best minor league baseball team in the state because your baseball team doesn't have a movie. You have the soccer team. You have the Charlotte 49ers who haven't done anything since they've rebranded. Support Raleigh. Support Raleigh. Support the Hurricanes. Let's have ourselves a good Stanley Cup. Let's play and be there for one another because it's going to take everyone. And if the state fans, the Carolina fans, and the Duke fans can all come together under one banner and cheer for a team, Charlotte, you can bring your behind over here and bring Asheville with you to cheer on the Hurricanes. Specifically you, Asheville, because I know some of y'all motherfuckers want to cheer on Nashville Predators. You're not Predators. You're Hurricanes. I know that triggered a whole bunch of you, but hey, it's okay. We'll get through it together with another ring on the Stanley Cup. Hey folks, Shiki here. I was literally editing the video for the Rams trades and every sports talk for today. And it just came in that A.J. Brown has been traded to the New England Patriots for a 2028 first round pick and a 2027 fifth round pick. Listen, if you know me, I'm a Jets fan. With them releasing Stephon Diggs, we knew that they were going to be getting another receiver. This is just Patriots being Patriots, getting a big name receiver for their quarterback to sling that ball down to. For me and our Miami contingents, hey, look, we just got to pray that our corners can, stop him and we don't give up so much underneath because they're going to scheme that man in ways that we can't stop him. Buffalo, they're going to play him hard. It will be fine. The rich keep on getting richer. AJ Brown gets what he wants. It's alleged that he is upset over a snub from being a best man, allegedly, for Jalen Hurts' wedding or something like that, or vice versa. Something really, really petty, and he wanted out. I don't get it. I wonder how the Eagles kind of work this way because, he was their big body receiver. I don't see how the Eagles really, I think they got, what's the name? They got Lemon out of USC. you got a lot of small frame dudes. I'm not no bruisers. Hey, have fun with that as a team. Saquon, you about to get a whole bunch of touches. Devonta Smith, you about to get a whole bunch of touches. Also, via Instagram, Aaron Donald is being shown he's working out, and Aaron Donald stays in shape, but the captions were very ominous. Uh, he captioned it, "I'm ready," and the song that he played in was "I Ain't Done." Aaron Donald has been known to troll. He's been retired, but the guy is still in phenomenal shape. He's probably one of the few NFL retired guys that can come out right now and play and still win Defensive Player of the Year. It is not a problem for him. The rich keep getting richer. The blue blood teams are doing good. And, I think the Rams still own his rights. I think he's still technically on the Rams pay book. He still works out at the Rams facility. Man, it is what it is. But I just wanted to tap in real quick with these extra minutes. So y'all be wondering, oh, well, he didn't talk about this in this. I was literally editing the show as all this news broke down. Anything else, hey, it's going to be in the show for next week. Or stuff that I don't really care about, like Russell Wilson's retirement into media, is what it is. Love you, faces. Catch you next time. Ladies and gentlemen, as we end today's show, because I like to get our shows done in 30 minutes or less so you can get on with your day, we got the bets for the week. Of course, we got to do it because we are soon to be hopefully sponsored by some lovely betting service here, FanDuel, DraftKings, looking to you. But we got this going in. Your bets of the week. I am taking the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Yes, sir. We are taking the New York Knicks Game 1 in the NBA Finals. Yes, sir, we are. I am taking the sure thing bet that is the Dodgers versus the Arizona D-backs. And lastly but surely, for our World Cup friendly, I am taking Germany over the United States in the World Cup friendly. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Shiki Does Show. I love your faces. Please follow me in all my social medias because it is a great time to be here. We will be back every week with one good episode. That's my promise, or at least try to, if not every 2 weeks. But for everybody else here, love your faces. Keep having fun. Happy Pride Month. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.